Goody goody. We're gonna have the Ranno Shuffle Knight matchup.
This is always a really fun matchup. In my experience, I think the general consensus with the Ranno Shovel Knight matchup is usually it starts leading with Ranno, but once Shovel Knight gets gloves, then it becomes more even, maybe even a little bit favored towards Shovel Knight. What's your opinion on this, Rufon?
I have never played this matchup ever, I think, so that's my opinion on it. Maybe I played it like playing randoms at some point. Like, I have very little opinions. I did play Shovel Knight briefly for like 4 hours when I was new to the game, because I kept using the Shovel Knight. I thought the character was really dumb. And
dumb? How so?
I was right. I was right. I was like, I kept getting hit by F smash. Anyways, I should commentate the actual game. Both pretty even right now. They picked Jules Vale. Like, this is... Everybody picks Jules Vale. Everybody loves Jules Vale. I think it's okay.
You'd be surprised some people are Jules Vale haters. They hate randomness in rivals.
I used to hate Jules Vale, and then I saw Julie pick it a lot, and I'm like, maybe this stage is good for Crag. And so I started picking it, like, occasionally. Yeah, it's alright. The classic goody goody, getting the fish. Let's go.
Yeah, very important for Shovel Knights to get their money as soon as possible. They really... Yeah. Shovel Knights usually need their gear very quickly.
The very first time I ever commentated a tournament, I commentated Goody Goody, and Goody Goody was an avid fisher.
You gotta be very careful in fishing, especially against Ranno, who has such a devastating, like, spike and forward air.
You have the good spike, you have needles to disrupt the recovery, you have lots of nice tools to deal with all of it.
Yeah.
So you have to be very cautious going back onto it. Looks like we got Horn and Momentum. Had enough for Ghost Coast, but often not for them. I think Horn's neat. I'm a Horn enjoyer. But I also don't ever play Shovel Knight seriously. So I definitely think Horn's not bad, though. I've definitely seen Horn be used quite well. My brain thinks it's really slow,
business with these combos.
Yeah, no, definitely just not letting Goody Goody get back to the neutral. I really like that
rocking that little positioning they do. Goes for a dash attack, does not quite get it. And now we got the goofy Shovel Knight combos.
I'm so glad Shovel Knight can... Horn is mostly good versus later characters, that makes sense. When I see Goody just really likes Horn. Goody does strike me as a person who would just really like Horn. What is it? Musev keeps saying that they should make Shovel Knight up tilt jump cancelable. And honestly, he's cooking with that too.
Definitely seemed like Archit3ct game to win, but Ghoodghoody sneaking in a win at the last second.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight F strong can be very hard to DI sometimes.
I heavily dislike Shovel Knight F strong. I just don't like... A lot of the lower tier characters in this game have a lot of moves that are so cool. And I play Crag, so I'm guilty of this. But they have a lot of really cool moves.
It's rivals. There are no tiers.
Well, I know. But like, lower end of the cast. All the characters have tools that they can use well if they're put in the position to use them well.
It's more like, you know, every character has an insane combo game, but then you have some characters whose like neutral like develops.
You have some characters that don't let you play the game either. Characters have their strengths, so when they get their strength, like, I definitely will sometimes have people be like, well, why are you allowed to do this, like, with your supposed bad character? To, like, characters aren't bad. I don't know why you have this take. You can do whatever you want. Like...
Some characters, like, just, you know, refuse to let you play the game, or, you know, some characters just, you know, kill you at 20% off, like, you know, one neutral win.
I love Raster.
Isn't he a silly bird? No.
I know what, we're only on the second game, and Raster isn't on the screen, so I'm not gonna go into a Raster tirade. I'm gonna keep on focus
That comes later.
I'm gonna keep on focus for Shovel Knight and Ranno. No, I'd say
these two characters are comparably honest.
Ranno's very honest. I love Ranno.
See, that's the funny thing. Ranno's actually a very honest character, but he's got his haters.
No, there are people who hate Ranno, but I love it. Ranno is probably my second most played matchup.
Ooh, double kill.
I posted this on Twitter once, and somebody said, I think they already said, what's wrong with you? Or that, like, how do you have fun playing the game or something like that? Because I said that my most played matchups were Palm, Ranno, Absa, I think Honab. I think those are my most played matchups. I don't know, I think those are pretty normal characters to play all the time.
I think there's definitely, when you play a character, you kind of embody the spirit of the kind of people who play that character too. So you get a little bit of association going on. Ooh.
Those characters are fun as hell to fight? Hell yeah! I'm glad you agree. I thought we were going to see a tech chase with, like, Dakus there, but just have to dash attack, which is fair enough. Got to tell Bear, going to close out the stock. Last stock here, plenty doable for Archit3ct. Not, having the lead. Having the lead that he had in the first game, but still...
still anyone's game. And gets a side B cancel. Oop.
And we got Fair. We're setting up an edge right here.
Yep.
SK, like, he has the uppies ID, but, like, has a lot of really solid recovery. Sorry, that felt just, like,
close.
No resources for Ghoodghoody right now, but just gonna...
Yep. And Archit3ct is playing a little nervously, not really going for those parries on Shovel Knight up B. But gets those combos, and Ghoodghoody missing their attacks, unfortunately. Getting 2 fair spikes into a back air, evening it up 1-1.
On to match 3 on High Dive Hideaway.
Yo, can we just agree, like, Hideaway is like, so much better than Forest Floor?
What?
I mean, not Forest Floor, Treetop, my bad.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm like, Forest Floor? Like, no?
Yeah,
I like Forest Floor a lot more than this stage.
Nah, I just mixed up the names.
I don't know what to think of this stage. This stage has the lowest floor in the game, or the highest floor in the game. Like, as in, you'll die with spikes earliest.
Right.
That's the only thing I know about this stage. Like, it has a high ceiling, the platforms are a little funny. I have 1,700 hours in this game, I don't know how it works.
I was just saying, it's like a cooler stage skin.
Oh no, this is a cool stage. I actually like Treetop a lot. I like the forest, Etherean forest vibes. I think they're very cool. I just like the forest in general, just because, like, it's all Vanos. It's all the Vanos.
Yep.
And Vanos is cool. Sylvanas is so cool. I mean, besides, like, in the game, I don't like fighting Sylvanas. It's actually not that I dislike fighting Sylvanas, I'm just bad at it.
Definitely a skill check character.
Yeah. Lets him scrap easily in his recovery is good enough for him to not be afraid of recovering a ton.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fair, and also, like, you have the platforms, like, for SK to get onto, like, the side special, and,
yeah. Also, you definitely can, like, take advantage of down strong for Shovel Knight. You can, like, do down strong from, like, the edge of one of the platforms to drop down.
That's true. Yeah, you can take advantage of that to mix your opponent up, which is good. I really, like, don't have opinions on Shovel Knight. Like, it's like, I don't know what to think about this character. They have, like, so many, like, things about them, and I don't know what they are. Like,
Shovel Knight is definitely
are they real? I honestly don't, like, acknowledge Shovel Knight as, like, existing.
And there's a little bit of a joke that, like, Shovel Knight really does not have any players.
No, that's the thing. Like, it's, like, weird because, like, I don't have strong opinions on Shovel Knight because there isn't, like, there's no representation of Shovel Knight.
It's not even they're, like, so terrible, but I feel like most of the time when someone picks Shovel Knight in bracket, like, they're usually doing, like, a goofy, oh, I'll just play Shovel Knight for, like, game 1, just as, like, the warm-up.
Like, I don't know, like, when I play against Shovel Knight, I'm like, yeah, this character seems good, but then, like, people are like, oh, the character's bad, and then nobody plays him. And maybe it's just because, like, I don't comprehend, not running into the guy who, like, throws buttons at me, and I refuse to rock camp people, but, like, I don't know.
See, the ironic thing is, like, it's a character that's so that's often like not played, that they can be a sleeper hit. Like,
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Shovel Knight has a lot of potential.
You can't forget its rivals. It's so well balanced.
Like, Shovel Knight has a lot of good moves, a lot of really annoying moves.
He just really struggles with the approaches, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why I think, a lot of people get turned off, because it's just like, oh boy, I'm gonna run at you with back air.
Yeah, pretty much. You just gotta roar a lot. You have Nair, and like once you get momentum mail, it becomes a lot easier to bait things out because you just have so much movement. But definitely landing those hits. But when you land those hits, like he has pretty solid combos. Like any Rivals character.
Archit fishing for that final kill, but can be very tricky at this percentage, especially Ranno has kind of that upper limit of how much percent he can get on you before some of his confirms stop working. After a while, down tilt into up strong is going to stop working. And now, and then you're kind of stuck fishing for, fishing for a rogue fair, fishing for a rogue back air. And it can be difficult, and you can get up to like 200%.
Not really over. Like, I have to respect Architect for not overextending out of this, and just, like, keeping the pressure on Shovel Knight to not let Ghoodghoody get out of disadvantage, and just, like, keep it going there. Very solid.
Game 3, yeah. And going up 2-1.
Abyss!
Abyss. What's your opinions on Abyss? Good stage, bad stage. I'm a little bit of a Abyss hater.
I think it's like whatever. I have like no opinions. See,
I think it's a stage that's gonna be there, but
it doesn't have any bad stages, so like. Which is what you say when your character isn't good, and you're like, my character's good on any stage because they're actually bad on every stage. Which actually isn't true. Crag actually has ways to take advantage of any stage. He just has some stages that are better.
I will say that, it's not exclusive to Ranno, but, like, a lot of characters, like, their edge guarding game is just insane on Abyss, just because there's no top platforms.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like you can see here, it's like, how is Ranno gonna recover?
Yeah.
They have like a whole one angle to approach from.
A little bit of an overextension there, but such it is. And like, I think SK actually has enough like recovery mix-ups that being on this stage isn't too big of a deal.
Especially bad is Ranno, because the problem with Ranno is he can change the timing, but really there's only one way he can recover from.
Yeah. He can do his little spinny thing, but like.
Again, it's all just timing changes. Like, if you understand that he's always going to be in a certain area after like a period of time, it just becomes way harder. I respect it, but I'm surprised we're not seeing more Ghost Gloves, because I think that's definitely the strongest piece of equipment in this matchup.
Do Ghost Gloves beat out Needles?
I don't believe they. I think they trade.
I respect that along.
I think they actually trade with Needles, but you can throw a Ghost Glove faster. You know how you can do the Ghost Glove cancel by just short hop. Ooh, gets a little snipe off the top.
I will say the best Ghost Glove user was this random Broads 4 SK I rated 2 once. I have no idea who they were. It might just be biased because I was playing Zetterbird and didn't know how to recover. But they're the best Ghost Glove user. I've never seen anyone else use them properly. They were probably like a melee Falco player who picked up rivals almost certainly. However, it was very funny.
I think trying to get that tongue off, making a few risky plays, see if it works out. And that's unfortunate. That might be a stock, and that's game. Evening it up. 2-2. We have a Game 5 situation on our hands.
We have a Game 5. We're on to Forest Floor. I'm going to call it by its actual name instead of the funny name.
Yeah. It's actually my personal favorite stage.
I like it. I think it's neat. I like Tower of Heaven. I'm a Tower of Heaven enjoyer. I'm also a, well, so I don't play Forest and Fortress anymore. I always play the alt skin from Dungeons. Because the music just goes so hard. I like that stage a lot. Even though, I'll pick that stage and I'll lose on it, and I just need to start, I started picking Rockwell more again, and I'm like, oh wait, the stage is, dumb. that I could just like.
Do you remember when this stage used to be like huge?
I started playing in 2021, so no.
I think that was like a very early 2021 change.
Yeah, I got this game for Christmas 2020. I do remember playing. It was on the 8th version of the stage, which is just big, anyways, because the 8th stages were on by default. It was changed before 2020. I believe that. Nice, getting the first stock here. Going to get a fish.
Let's see if they can get that momentum, because we know Archit3ct has been struggling to kill a little bit on those high percentages.
Yeah, and like when your SK becomes 0.9 weight, which is the same weight as Crag. I think he has the same air friction, 0.04, but he has less gravity than Crag. So
yeah, if Ghoodghoody gets enough money, they can.
Earlier than Crag does, but he guys at the side the same.
If Ghoodghoody gets enough money, they could get the friction armor. That way, live a little longer. But evening it up, but 97% of extra cred. That is.
Ghoodghoody already had momentum now.
All right.
We're chilling. We're chilling. That's why I was talking about it. We're chilling.
Archit3ct keeping cool under pressure, though, evening it up.
Archit3ct been really solid about like keeping these combo extensions going and making sure that like dodging Goodie's like out of hit stun options. Doing a very good job with that. It's great to see. Like that's a very important thing to do. I just think Archit3ct needs a. If Archit3ct could get close these stocks out better, I think you'd be having a much better time.
That's why I love it with Rivals. Like, there's definitely a school of thought into every single aspect of the game. It's like, you know, obviously neutral is the most important thing you can learn, but you gotta learn how to kill. You gotta like learn, you know, low percent combos.
Being able to kill also just like makes your neutral a lot better because people will be afraid of you. That's something I realized. Like once I learned how to kill people more, people like I just started like winning more because like people would just like.
Yeah, for sure. You know, oh sure, you know they can take you to 200%, but if they can't get that kill, you know, it may as well be nothing.
Well, I mean, I've always played to never die. My very first RRC tournament, my very first tournament at all, I went to RRC Amateur, and I set 1. I lived till 400% on one of my games.
And dodges into the up strong, unfortunately. Ghoodghoody moving on.
Moving on, but very close set.